Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's Nintendo here, and today we're talking about the Fighting Stick Alpha by Hori for the Xbox consoles, and we're talking about Xbox One, Xbox One S, One X, Series S, and Series X. So, as far as a fighting stick goes, this is a pretty solid pick if you're looking to play on Xbox. As far as fighting sticks, there really aren't many options specifically for the Xbox consoles, unless you bought into the Xbox One lineup of different fight sticks. I know the Razer Aatrox is one. Super cool stick. But as far as next-gen compatibility, current, up-to-date fight sticks goes, this is really about it. I mean, you can go into some other sticks. You can get some universal sticks. You can do all that, but something specifically made for Xbox and the Xbox Series consoles in and of themselves is very hard to come by unless you're willing to go on eBay and buy it secondhand. So I'm going to just show you the stick right here. I've already unboxed it. It's plugged in right now. But this is the Hori Fighting Stick Alpha. I've already replaced the artwork with this Persona 3 artwork. And swapped out the Hayabusa buttons for Sanwa buttons, and I got a Sanwa ball top, and I left the Hayabusa lever in. The lever is pretty much, it's fine, but as far as the stick goes, this does have a couple of cool different features. This is a square gate, so not octagon. It does come with your left stick button, your right stick button, your, I'm going to call it back button. I never call it what they renamed it, but your back button, dedicated share button for the series lineup that came in with the new series controllers, a profile switcher, so this will have like a different LED, you can kind of see it change, as well as a mic mute, headset toggle, and mode switcher and key locker. So in case you're playing competitively and you want to make sure that you don't have any accidental inputs, you'll just switch that switch onto lock and you'll be good to go. And then the main feature that comes with this fight stick is the fact there's a switch on the top that lets you open it up. Not as stunning as, say, the Razer Aatrox or the Victrix Pro. It does its job. It lets you get in, and it's all about quick modding capabilities and a quick way to get to the panel that holds your artwork, which, if you guys can see, the panel screws are going to be these silver screws, and it will say panel right underneath the screw area. So if you're trying to switch out the artwork, make sure to look for those. It takes just a normal small Phillips head screwdriver to get into it, and then you can swap it out for whatever piece of artwork you want. So that's what I did. And then it does have a kind of okay cable management method. You wrap it around this thing. I wish it was better. I wish I had better things to say about it, but I mean, it does the job. If you're playing competitively and you're at a tournament or a local or things like that, and you finish up a set and you got to move over or something, I mean, just unplug and run with your cables before you start trying to wrap it up, because it's going to take you like 2 minutes to wrap this sucker up. Other than that, I mean, it's got a button map, so you're able to tell which wires go to what in case you do forget. And I mean, it does what it does. It's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. And you just close it up, it'll lock in place. I'm gonna break the cable because the prong is on top. So as far as features and things like that go, I know a lot of people are interested in changing the functionality of the joystick. So out of the box, the joystick functionality on this stick is analog, not D-pad. So in order to change it, you do have to kind of look for it. It's not as easy as it should be. And one of the cool things about this fight stick is it does come with a Hori proprietary application that you can use, and it is on the Xbox console. So if you're strictly using it for Xbox, don't worry about having to have a PC in order to adjust settings or things like that. There is an app that you can get on the store. Now with the app, I'm going to show you guys right now. Okay, so we're in the app. Now this is what it's going to look like when you first access the app. It's going to identify the controller that's plugged in or connected, and it'll tell you what it is. And in our case, it's the Fighting Stick Alpha for the Xbox Series S and X. And when you're in the application, you just hit A, you'll access it, and then you'll have your different profile tabs on the top. whereas you can start to edit, change button maps. And if you're on mode 1, catch it with me, if you're on mode 1, you're able to button map and stuff like that. The button mapping, I don't even know why it's an option if the only 2 buttons that you can map are the left bumper and the left trigger. So you can see that even when looking at this screen, you have markers for the left stick button, the right stick button, and then your actual face buttons that you'll use for button prompts in games, but nothing next to the joystick. Kind of odd. So I was confused. I was trying to figure out what happened, what was going on, how come I can't change it to D-pad, because I prefer to use D-pad functions. And so, messing around, all you have to do is switch your stick. Look at the bottom of the screen, mode 1, you'll have to switch it to mode 2. Don't know why this works. Mode 2 is set to be for PC, I believe. And when you switch to mode 2 and you access the same menu, you can now see that your joystick is mapped to an option. And in my case, I've already switched it to the D-pad. Now, in order to change it, you would go to your profile, you would select to edit, go to button mapping, and then from there, you now have access to the joystick mapping and the left bumper and left trigger mapping. So there you can change it to whether or not you want it analog or you want a D-pad. I keep a D-pad for everything, so make sure that if that's what you're looking for in a stick, to go right into this app and change it to D-pad and keep it on mode 2. Don't even change it. There's no point to change it because it works on your Xbox console and it'll work on your PC if you're playing on your PC with this stick. Just leave it in mode 2. Don't even know why they gave you a mode if the mode 2 works for both anyway. So just to give you guys a bit of an idea of how this stick works, if it's, you know, responsive, things like that. I'm going to run into some training on King of Fighters 15. Yeah, it's very good. These Sanwa buttons sound so good. Super responsive when it comes to that. Got your Dragon Punch style. Motions. I mean, it's a solid stick. It's a solid stick. You can't go wrong with it. So when it comes to looking for a stick on your Xbox console, you really do have very few options. But at $200, I mean, you can pick up a Quamba Obsidian or a Quamba Pearl. Right now on Amazon, the Quamba Pearl is $200. And to get something like that, that's both plastic and has aluminum in its build, I mean, that just screams a better price point. But if customizing your artwork and having easy access to be able to mod and swap out parts is important to you, I think this is a solid stick to just get into on the market that's light, that you could technically travel with pretty well. And then compared to other sticks that do have options to be able to enter into the stick and swap out parts with easy access, I mean, you're looking at the Victrix Pro, you're looking at the Quamba Dragon. If you were able to get a Razer when they first made the Aatrox for Xbox consoles, then you have that. But there's not really anything else out there that is quick and easy to get into other than this. And the fact that it is set to be compatible right out of the box with your Xbox consoles, that's a huge plus. I dig it. I think it's a great stick if you're looking to just play exclusively on Xbox. If you're looking to pick up something for your PC, I think you should give another look to some other sticks. That's my honest opinion. And really, if we think about it, this is just me being on an honest note. The market and the demographic, the user base for fight sticks when it comes to fighting games on platforms, you're primarily probably going to see that stuff on PC and PlayStation. I hope that we get more of a following and a build-up within the Xbox ecosystem and demographic. But as of right now, if you're playing on PC, it's better to go in with a stick that's PC compatible, but also PlayStation compatible, because you're going to get the most players on those platforms. You're going to get the most options on those platforms. And it wouldn't make any sense unless you're exclusively Xbox and PC to pick up a stick designed for Xbox with PC compatibility. I'd just get something that would be compatible with the PlayStation along with the PC if you're playing on PC. So this stick is being made for PlayStation. I think it's coming out in August. I might be wrong there, but I think it is coming out in August. It will be set at a $200 MSRP retail value. Same stick, same build. Other than that, if I were to give this thing a rating out of 10, this is a solid 7.8 out of 10. What an odd number, 7.8 out of 10. If you want to be nice, 8 out of 10. I think it's a really good stick. I enjoyed it a lot, and I was very excited to put some new buttons on it, and just really make it my own. So it'd be cool to bring over to people's houses, or if I ever do a tournament local here, to just bring it out and just have my own like sense of style when I walk it through the door, even if I'm ready to get bopped. But if you're in the market and you're strictly an Xbox player, this is a go-to stick for sure. No doubt about it. It'll serve you well, especially if you're looking to get into fight sticks and using them. I think this is a good entry model. I would just probably wait on a sale. So I picked mine up for $160. If you can find something like that or even better, I mean, hit that add to cart button and check out. Other than that, if you've got the money to spare and just to spend, pick it up at $200. That's my quick impressions hands-on with this stick. I hope it gave you a little bit of information. I know the D-pad thing was a big point of contention for a lot of people looking to get this stick. So I hope that helped anybody who was looking out for that. If you guys enjoyed the video, hit that like button, subscribe button, that notification bell. It helps me out. And let me know if you want to see more videos like this in the future. I know this was kind of a little bit of an offhand thing. I just wanted to do something quick, fun, and just give a quick impressions of this stick. I don't really think you really need to dive into the different components. It's a fight stick at the end of the day. It's just whether or not you want to pick it up for your Xbox console. And if you were thinking about it for another platform like PC. So that's all we got for you today. I'm Nintendo. And until then, catch you guys on the flip. Peace.